Well, here I am. I'm back. It's been about 2 weeks since we've last chatted. Today is February 11th, 1999, and I'm walking my dog once again. Oh boy. You know what I just thought about? This exact time last year, I was down. I was in the gutter. Not spiritually, but academically. I had just gotten my wisdom teeth pulled out, and so I was missing a lot of school. I missed 6 days to be exact, and my grades were just declining at a fast pace. I asked my dad to stop by the school and get my makeup work for me to make up, and he did so. I made straight C's, but anyway, let's get into 1999 and not 1998. Okay, well, today was a great day. Initially, it wasn't. This morning, when I was on my way to first period, this is what happened. I saw Adele. Well, I'll start from the beginning. Yesterday, I was on my way home. I saw Adele's sister, and she said Adele was touched by the essay. She was really touched because I let her read my essay that I wrote in English class on my most significant influence. Her sister said, yes, she was just touched by it. I'm like, oh, she was? I was kind of surprised to hear that because I didn't think she'd care. However, she did. This morning I saw her on my way to my locker, and she wrote a letter to me. When she gave my letter back to me, hold on, there are people here. I read the letter. Boy, there was some good stuff in there. Get this. She gave me her phone number. I'm going to call her tonight at 8. I asked them, what should I do? What should I talk about? I really never had trouble talking to her, but it's just that the previous times talking to girls on the phone, my mind just went totally blank. I said, no, your conversation shouldn't be premeditated. Just let it flow. I'm like, okay. So at 8 o'clock tonight, I'll probably call her. I hope that she'll be home. If she isn't, I'll just try another night. And I'm going to church no matter what on Sunday. Last week I talked to my supervisor, Sherry, about it, and I told her that I can work Friday instead of being off on Wednesday. She said, okay, that's fine. I said, however, I cannot work Sunday morning. No earlier than 3 can I come in on Sunday. It's okay. And yesterday I look at the schedule. I'm scheduled to come in at 10 a.m. on Sunday. 10 a.m. in the morning. After I told her, I told her to her face, and I wrote a note telling her, and I highlighted it so she could really see it, so she wouldn't miss. Even if she didn't care if she forgot. But I'm not coming in until after church. I'm going to church on Sunday. Besides, it's Valentine's Day, and I have something for Adele. I bought her this keychain. It's like a cross as a keychain, and a card, and a small box of candy. Hey, it isn't much, but at least it's something. Besides, big things come in small packages. She is really great. She really is. One day she's gonna make some guy really happy. You never know, it could be me. Still haven't asked her to the movies yet. I don't think it's time. I want to get to know her first because in church you really don't get to say much. And I know there's a lot I don't know about her. And listen to this. My friend King, he saw her and her mother in Food Line last week. He works at Food Line, you see. Anyway, he saw her, and I think her mother had a newspaper or something. After he rang her up, she said, I can't find my paper. I can't find my paper. What happened to it? King said, I don't know. I don't know. She got really mad when she couldn't find the paper. She started cussing at David. Just cussing at King really bad. And Adele was like, oh no. And she just walked out of the store because she was so embarrassed. When her mother, I think she was cussing the manager. He said she slammed the basket in the wall or something. And then she just walked out. And then Adele came back in and said, King, have you seen my mother's paper? My mother is really pissed right now. So, she's really mad. He said, no, I haven't seen it. I didn't let her know that I know because I don't think she'd want me to know. Anyway, she said that her mother wasn't saved. That's what he told me. But she is, and I know her sister is. I'm on my way home right now, and I guess I'll just take a bath and fix something to eat. Then I'll call Adele. Gosh, I hate what's going to happen on Sunday, though. 10 a.m. I'm still not going to come in. When I told my manager that I couldn't work on those days that I wanted my schedule, she's like, yeah, cool, cool. Well, cool my foot. I knew she was going to pull something like this. I just knew. Anyway, I'm not coming in until 3 or after church. Whichever comes first, 3 o'clock or after church. Anyway, hope that tomorrow will be even better than today. Well, I guess I'll let you go. See you later. And yes, Be sure to stick around because I will tell you the outcome of my conversation with Adele. So if I have one. Anyway, oh yeah, and one last thing. My parents are going to buy a brand new 1999 Ford Explorer because my mother's New Yorker, 1988 New Yorker, is on the brink and she really needs a new vehicle. Really bad. Well, I guess I'll let you go. See you later. Hello, today is February 15th, 1999. I believe the last time that we chatted was on Thursday, February 11th, 1999. Well, a lot has happened since then. Let's see. Well, yes, I did have a conversation with Adele on the phone. It was really wonderful. We talked for about an hour. It was one of the best phone conversations that I've had in a long time. I mean, it was really great. I enjoyed every minute of it. And I learned a lot of things about it that I didn't know. As for work, yes, I did get Sunday morning off. I came in at 5 yesterday. They agreed to it. I had to put up a fight, sorta, kinda. I was there in church on Sunday. It was really great. I enjoyed it. Yes, I really did. I arrived at church at I'll say about 9:45 when Sunday school started. It started kind of late, and I just sat there for a good 5 minutes. Then Adele came in and said, "Boo." And then I saw her, and we talked for about a good 10 minutes about stuff. Yeah, I went to Sunday school, and it was really good. Our Sunday school teacher, he told us a story. I mean, it was a really cool Valentine. Well, it wasn't cool, it was sad. It was a sad Valentine's story. I mean, it really was. If you ever want me to tell it to you, I will. I won't forget it. I'll never forget that story. Yeah, and I went into another Sunday school class with her, and I stood right beside her while she sat down, and, he kind of talked about different things and stuff, and went to the other Sunday school class, the youth Sunday school class with everybody there. And, it was pretty cool. I mean, he talked about stuff from his past, sentimental value of things from our past that everyone else may think is worthless, which I have plenty of. I have a lot of things from my past I'm still collecting. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I gave Adele a Valentine's present. Saturday at work, Chris, he kind of talked me into buying Adele another box of candy. He was trying to persuade me into buying her a big one, but I didn't want to spend too much money on it because I didn't even know if Adele would accept it because, I wasn't really sure if she would. I bought her another box set, same size, for $1.99 each. That's the thought that counts. Yes, I gave her the stuff yesterday. We walked out to the truck together, and it was kind of funny. Right after church service ended, this boy started throwing up. I mean, it seemed like God knew the right time for him to go outside and get sick just right after service, so he wouldn't miss a minute of it. Well, she saw him first. He was like, oh, and all this vomit was coming out of his mouth and stuff. And, I said, what's wrong? What's wrong? He said, he's puking, he's puking. I'm like, ugh. We both started laughing. It was funny. He could be sick, though. In a way, it wasn't funny. It was just funny, but not funny, if you know what I mean. We walked out to the truck, and it was kind of funny, though, because she's like, yeah, why'd you park all the way out here? I said, yeah, I thought this is where I was supposed to park. She said, well, I want you to take me back up there. I don't want to walk back up there. So I took her back up there. It was kind of funny, though. While getting in the truck, her hair got caught in the door. Yeah, it got caught in the door. We got it out, though. And, I drove her back up to the parking lot where her sister parked, but for some reason she wasn't there. And, we circled around the parking lot at least 3 times, and we didn't see him. So I'm like, maybe they're still in the building. So I think she should go back in. I told her goodbye and everything. And right after that, I saw her sister, and I think that was her mother in the car, and I think I saw her brothers. I couldn't really see them, but I saw her sister, and, she said, where's Adele? I said, she couldn't find the car. She went back inside to find her. That was really what I told them. I guess they went in looking for her. I should have helped them, though. I really feel kind of bad that I didn't because it was partly my fault for the reason why they couldn't find her because we both went out to where I was parked so I could give her a Valentine's present. Yeah, a lot's going on at Kmart, too. There's this guy, Mike. He's around my sister's age, 23. He is very irresponsible. Yeah, it was Saturday night. He was supposed to close electronics and clean up everything. All that he did was count out his drawer and left. He said, yeah, I want to see that fight. I guess it was a boxing fight on TV or something that he wanted to see. The place was a mess. Trash cans overflowing. He didn't even do his returns. I didn't do them because I wasn't in that department. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to mess with him. And get this. Yesterday I come into work at 5 on Valentine's Day. Hold on, the phone just rang. Did you hear it? Listen. Okay, just wait 1 sec. Yeah, that was my sister calling. She decided to stop by the furniture store first instead of coming here. She had to take Eric to work. That's her Well, he's not new anymore, her boyfriend. I think he's living with her, to be honest, which is not right. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, yesterday I come into work and Sherry, the manager of electronics, she tells me, guess he didn't show up work today. I'm like, who? He said, Mike. I'm like, what? I never thought that he'd pull one of these stunts again. He did it before. I don't really know why, but this is the second time he's done it this year. I don't know how they're going to handle this. They may just terminate him or something. I mean, I don't know. He's nice sometimes. I mean, yeah, he's nice most of the time. He says crazy stuff sometimes, but yeah, he's pretty cool. But when I work in electronics, I hate watching the boring movies that they have there. I think they have Riverdance and Mike Flatley or some guy by that name. This is really boring. I can't stand to watch it. Riverdance is okay, but it gets kind of tiresome seeing all those people do those funny dances. So I think we have Clueless. And I'm always watching that all the time that I'm there. I mean, I have Clueless on. It's kind of funny. Like, how many times are you gonna watch this movie or have the movie on? I'm like, I don't know. It's the best movie here. We had Spice World. I really didn't get to watch that. I know Clueless Mother. And, I'm watching Clueless and stuff. As there, oh my gosh, like, what you do? Watching Clueless. It's kind of funny. I like when he said, hey, your man Christian's a cake boy. Or what? He's a disco dancing something. It was kind of funny, though. I think that's one of the funniest parts of the movie. I like the other part says, man, you girls get dry for it. You know what? I'm about to say that word because I don't cuss. It's just funny the way he says it. Yeah, I mean, that's a good movie. It really is. Rolling with the homies. Think I might call Adele tonight. She's not working. I will. I really enjoy talking to her. She is really great. I mean, she really is. Could she be the one? I don't know. I really don't know. If I were to get married someday, I would want my wife to be exactly like her. I mean, she is such a great person. She really is, honestly. I really think that she is. I've never met a girl like her before. Most girls I meet are unsaved and they're about nothing. Besides, she's really the only girl that's really invited me somewhere and actually given me her phone number. Well, in elementary school, girls would do it all the time, but that didn't last very long. We talked about nothing, really. Well, I'm gonna check out this recording and see how it sounds. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It's still February 15th, 1999. I listened to the recording. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I just thought about this yesterday in church. I told Adele about Valentine's Day 1996. Yeah, if you read my journal, you will know about it. If you know me, I told you the story before it. That was one of the worst Valentine's Day of my life. Boy, was it. I have to admit, it was a good joke, though. It was a good prank, but boy, she started laughing really hard. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but back then, no. I mean, I was furious. When I worked at Kmart, there's this guy by the name of Kelton. He's cool with me. I mean, we talk a lot every now and then. He works in sporting goods, and I work in electronics. Sometimes he comes by, to drop off some returns or something, or just to, talk. And if I'm going to the stock room, I may stop by and, talk with him and stuff. And yesterday, he was eating this nachos with cheese and chili on it and stuff, with beans in it. I said, Kelsey, did you get that from the cafeteria? He said, yeah. I said, you know what? He said, what? I said, you're going to have some bad gas tonight. Really, you are. He looked back at me and said, well, what kind of gas is good? I started laughing, like, yeah, he's pretty cool, but some of the things that he says, I don't know if he's saved or not. I doubt if he is, but I was thinking about witnessing to him. He's probably in his 30s, early 30s maybe. I don't know. But, I was thinking about witnessing to him, or at least trying. I don't know how if he'd accept or not, but it's worth a try. He said something that really, I don't know if he was saying it as a joke. He was saying it as a joke, I know, but I didn't think it was funny. I think he came up to me and said, man, you are so full of, you know what? I can smell you blank a mile away. I'm like, huh? And he was just joking, but I said, that's not funny, Kelson. And, I'd laugh at that. And yesterday, I just asked him, I said, yeah, how many kids do you have, Kelson? He said, yeah, I have 5 kids. And he said, yeah, you're going to have kids. I have a feeling you're going to have kids really soon. I said, no, I don't plan on being married anytime soon. He said, who said anything about marriage? I said, no, I'm going to remain obstinate until I get married. I said, I made a promise to my mother that I would, back when I was, 11 or 12. So he's like, yeah, it used to be like most of these guys around here. I said, like what? Trying to get some, I said, no, I don't know. What? He said, pussy. I'm like, Kelton, I'm not that kind of guy, so I'm not like that. I left it at that. That really offended me. It really did. But he's nice other than that. That really offended me. But I was thinking about witnessing him, asking him if he were to die today, would he go to heaven? I was going to ask him that. I think when I come back to work, which I believe is on Thursday, if he's there, I'll ask him that. I really will. Or at least I'll try. And then the worst thing he can say is, no, I don't want to have nothing to do with this. Thought of someone going to hell, I mean, that really scares me. Anybody. It really does. I remember my first time being saved back in 1994. That was a wonderful experience for me because I was going through a lot then. Even though I was only 13 at the time. I was going through some rough times then. I mean, I was always depressed because the one that I had feelings for didn't have no kind of feelings for me, but I realized that I deserved someone better than her. That was the only thing. That's why God didn't give her to me. Because I deserved someone better. That's why. Each time, really. Because I deserved someone better. That's why he didn't give her to me. I realize that now. Back then I didn't. All I was thinking about, I want her and I want her now. Not in that kind of way, as a girlfriend or, as a friend. Well, I remember one time, well, I'm not even going to talk about that right now, but if you ever have any questions about it, whoever's listening, I will tell you. I will. I will tell you. Don't be afraid to ask me.